Everybody, it's Tara Trainer again. I hope that you are enjoying your summer and enjoying the beautiful weather that's been going on out there. It's quite fantastic. Anyway, I thought I would pop in to give you another quick preview, this time about Module 4. And this week is all about standards-driven choice and really focuses on learner variability. So when we go ahead and click in, we've got a few options this week, and our first option is to take a peek at a video about learner variability and universal design for learning, but within this site itself, it has different options. You can do the PowerPoint, or you can print out the transcript, or you can do this cool like video pause and think. But I wanted to show you the part that I like the most is right within the slideshow itself. It has this big ideas recap, and the whole purpose of really thinking about learner variability, of course, is that there is no average learner, and that no one person is more normal than another, and we need to plan for the whole range of students that we're going to get. So I kind of really thought I'd highlight that main part for you. The second thing that we can look at is, of course, Chapter 3 in our book. But by far, my favorite part, first of all, it starts on page 29 and it goes to page 47. So it's not too long. And if you are super into the brain, this is just, it's amazing. It's step by step. It has pictures, but the very best thing you cannot miss is the marshmallow test. It is hilarious. You can read all about what's happening, and every single child that comes up and does the test, you can literally name a student in your class. Yep, he would do that. Oh, she would do that. So it's really amazing, even with simple tasks, how different each learner is. The next one is a video lecture by Todd Rose, and actually he's a really good speaker. Oops, that is not him. He's a really good speaker. He has a kind of an intimidating resume. He's actually an educational neuroscience teacher at Harvard Graduate School of Education, but he's very relatable and very easy to understand. So he's definitely worth checking out. And his video, as you can see, is only 10 minutes. Then the next one is another video. This is another 10-minute video by Matt Bergman. He's also very relatable, and his video is spectacular. It's simple. He just talks about like a simple concept in this cool test where they had everybody just tap their finger, and scientists really thought that the same piece of the brain would light up for each person. But the truth is, every person that got in there, different parts of the brain were lighting up to show us that every person is different and their brain is reacting in different ways, and the pathways that we can make through there. So reminding us that we need to account for things like that. But his video is very interesting. It's really intriguing, totally worth checking out. Then the last two, this one talks specifically about how you go ahead and think about designing assessments that are Common Core aligned. And of course, they're talking about big assessments like PARCC or MCAS or this SBAC, but it actually highlights 5 critical factors that we really need to consider if we're going to be assessing our students based on the Common Core, which of course is what we should be doing. So really interesting. It's done in bulleted format, so it makes it very easy to read. It's a nice quick overall look, especially people who are really interested in assessment and assessment design. And the last one here is another one of these gigantic articles, but totally worth checking out. In fact, I even highlighted my favorite line right here. UDL can reduce the need for individual accommodations for disabled students. Remember that concept of planning for the margin, but once we plan for the margin, look at the next one. The goal is to enhance learning for all. It turns out that everybody can be helped by whatever supports that we come up with our classroom, and those choices should be given to all students. So again, all about student variability, all about that every single child that comes into your room is unique and has a certain style of learning. There is no average student, and how we have to start talking about our classroom as a whole. Okay, so this week, the project, something that I love, and of course, most useful, I think, out of everything, of all the things that we can do, we really need to look at our own lesson plans as the point of the whole thing. So The basic idea is choose a goal, choose a standard, a Common Core standard, and of course set up a lesson plan that you could use or you could plan to use. And I wanted to remind people for the teachers that I work with in the over at the middle school, when we looked at our co-teaching model, we found that when we look at our original lesson plans, like we see here, we have our goal, our method, our materials, and our assessment. And this is kind of what we said an average non-UDL lesson plan might look like in our math classroom. And then we did the switch, and then we put in all the pieces of UDL, and we found out that it's not overly impossible at all to go ahead and put this in. So this week the plan is quite simple. You're going to take a Common Core standard. You are going to tell me the method that you can use in your classroom, the materials, and the assessment. And again, this is just to start getting us into the habit that when we start doing our planning, especially now that we're becoming immersed in UDL content and language, we really want to bring this forth and forward into our classrooms. So hopefully this was a informative video for you, can help you make some decisions for what you're going to do for your lesson and assessment, and kind of get you excited about learner variability. I hope you continue to have a wonderful summer, and we'll chat soon. Bye. Thank you.